Alright guys, just got back from a flea market in Dublin, Virginia, and had a blast. Went with 2-3 people there, and I found the most surreal deals that, I couldn't believe what I was finding. I went down there with a budget of 20 bucks, and I think I ended up spending about 25. So everything I found was about, I haven't done the math, maybe 75 cents, who knows, a piece. But some of the stuff I found was unbelievable, I guess, But before I do that, the great Steve Ogden has sent me another package, The Greatest Man You Don't Know. And I'm going to show those, and I'll show that. And I got a little background music on. Let's see how this goes for a change. Alright, now, before I show the Steve Ogden stuff, real quick, at the library the other day, found a VHS tape for $1. It's the Harlan Ellison written City on the Edge of Forever. Yes, the whole series of Star Trek is on Netflix, but they've added new sequences that they've computer animated, like when you see the Enterprise going around planets, or if there's a transition between scenes, they'll add like something new to where it looks real. But this is the Harlan Ellison written story, one of the best. Also at a Goodwill, I got this a few weeks ago, but I forgot to show it. I absolutely love Bloom County. I love Opus. And I got Night of the Mary Kay Commandos. If you haven't picked up any of Berkeley Breathed, any of his stuff, you've got to get this stuff. Yep, funny, slightly political, just funny. Alright, now, onto the comics here. Hopefully that's not too loud. Sounds loud here. Alright, here's what the great Steve Ogden has sent, man. We talked on the phone. He told me about Doc Savage, somebody I haven't really explored. So he sent me some pulps. Dagger in the Sky. Poisonous Island. I cannot wait to get into these. I mean, look at these covers, man. The Spotted Men. Just great stuff, man. And the Pirate Ghosts. And he wrote me a little letter saying how to, how to read these in what order. He also sent me this program guide for a AwesomeCon DC that they had back in April, which is just gorgeous. I haven't gone through this yet. Oh, what is this? Sounds like it's something that's been signed, top secret. I'm not sure what this is, but I will dig it open. Sent me Machine Man number 6, some Kirby goodness. All new Monster Hunters, Charlton Comics. Steve Ogden has really made me appreciate the Charlton horror books. Great art, creepy stories, and they actually make me have like this little uncomfortable feeling, like it's like watching a cheap Italian horror movie from the 70s, where you kind of get this yucky feeling inside and you need to take a shower. And he said that I have got to check this out. Omega the Unknown, The Trade. It's the complete series from the 70s by Steve Gerber, and also 2 issues of the Defenders that finished out the story. I cracked this open, that's why I haven't gone through everything else. I started reading this last night. Brothers, this came out in the 70s, and my God, it was 20-30 years ahead of its time. Just great stuff. I had to put it down to go to sleep so I could get up this morning, and I'm going to be cracking this open first thing. He also sent me this great magazine. I think it is by Marvel. It's Unknown Worlds of Science Fiction. Black and white. Phil Nino, Bruce Jones. Just some great stuff in here. Alright, now on to the flea market stuff. And once again, Steve, I can't tell you thank you enough for the great packages you send and how much enjoyment I get out of them. Alright, I get there. I've been up since 6:30 this morning. And as soon as I get to the flea market in Dublin, Virginia, I make a beeline, and first thing I find is a slightly stained, though, Neil Adams Action Comics Whitman. This is from the early 70s, and he's breaking those chains of kryptonite. A Whitman variant. Even with a water stain, this Neil Adams cover, it's still worth a little bit, so that's awesome. And I got to do a little digging and stuff because there's no UPC symbol on it, so I guess that's where Whitman distributed it. Oh, next thing I found was a little Bernie Wrightston Captain Stern number 1 from Kitchen Sink Press. I passed up the chance to get these over the years, so now it's time to get them. Captain Stern was in the Heavy Metal movie. Found the book 1 of the Batman Grendel Comico DC Universe crossover event by Matt Wagner. Really great shape, prime condition, great art in this. I had these years ago and sold them, and you know, it's time to get them back. Alright, Planetary number 3. I've already got a complete set of Planetary, but I'm starting to get doubles so I can look into getting a leather-bound edition, get the whole Planetary set bound. Could not believe how cheap I got that. And we continue to find some books on the super cheap that blew me down. Warren Ellis, Phil Jimenez, Stormwatch number 1. I guess this is where they rebooted the series. Just an awesome cover. Looks like it's a Travis Charest cover, but I'm not going to put my money on that. Yep, Stormwatch number 2. This is what led up to The Authority, if I remember right. Warren Ellis, Phil Jimenez from Image back in the day. Great stuff. And then we found the first 3 issues of The Authority. Okay? Number 1. Number 2. And number 3. And this is at a flea market, less than $1 a piece. Now, a lot of these books I'm showing you, they were hot back in the day. And I have no idea if they still have. I know they don't have the value they had there, you know, during the 2000s and stuff. But just could not believe I found this. Warren Ellis, Brian Hitch, Paul Neary. Trenchcoat Brigade number 1. Now I know this was a 4-issue miniseries, and I've got 2 issues of it, so this may be a double, but I didn't want to take the chance. You know, it's Phantom Stranger, Dr. Occult, John Constantine, and Mr. E back in the day. And oh, I can't believe I'm going blank on the covers, but they're done by the guy that did the Preacher covers. Oh, what was his name? It will come to me probably after I've shot the video. I had to get this just because it's funny. I am Howlermouse, and the world's mightiest mortal has been caught in a rat trap by a bunch of giant rats. Just too funny. Yep, there's a whole clan of us Howlermice. Alright, was so excited to get this. I've heard about this off and on for years, probably about a year or two. Constant Bromstar got these, you know, bought these books, bragged on them. Atlas Comics, Morlock, 2001. Can't wait to read these. Morlock 2001 number 2, and number 3, which is all they put out from what I could you know, find out, was Morlock 2001 and the Midnight Men. So they changed it with number 3. And the guy that I bought these off says he has boxes, you know, I don't know, boxes and tons of doubles of Atlas Comics. And apparently they, you know, the way he was talking, none of them went past number 3. Now I don't know if that's true or not, but he said back in the day, everybody was buying these comics, and then they were just sitting around for months waiting for the next issues to come out. They didn't know that they went out of business. That's what he said. Alright, cannot believe I got this. Jack Kirby from about 1975. Not only is this the first issue special, DC first issue special number 1, but it introduces Atlas. And let me show you a little artwork inside of this, man, because we all know about Kirby. But, you know, some of these odds and ends that Kirby did that, you know, were bizarre at the time, and what is actually, they just were before their time. Look at this 2-page spread in this one. Just soak that in. Oh, and the whole book is done that well. Oh, so happy to find that. Then we got Marvel Feature Presents Red Sonja. I want all the Frank Thorne Red Sonja, and I got a, you know, pretty good start now. But this is number 7. Little bit beat up, and I'm kind of, you know, upset because it's been cut. Conan the Barbarian, it's been cut different down there, but, you know, still a great book. But then we turn around and we found Red Sonja number 1. I did not pay $3 for it. I kind of made deals where it was like, you know, they were $1 a book, and I would say, would you take, you know, $5 for 8 books, you know, for example. Oh, such a great book. Found number 2. Just great, you know, fantasy stuff from the 70s. And number 3. I don't know, that might be a double. So then I go to another place, and I found these amazing books, okay? Again, less than $1. Captain America No More, number 332. I had this whole run back in the day and sold them to my brother, but I always loved this great Mike Zeck cover. Alright, Deadpool number 10. If I'd quit selling these on eBay, I'd have, I probably had the entire run of the Joe Kelly run of, you know, this volume of Deadpool by Joe Kelly during the Great Lakes Adventures. They had the 2 through 12 of Crisis on Infinite Earths, and I went ahead and got another number 8. The set I have are signed by Marv Wolfman and George Perez, but I've drug them around since 1985 and 86. But I got me another copy of you know, the Death of the Flash, and they had number 7, which was the Death of Supergirl, but it was all beat up. Then I found number 13. This was the Hot Alpha Flight book there for a while through the 80s and early 90s. I don't know if it's worth anything now, but it's you know, Alpha Flight number 13 with a Wolverine appearance. Then I fell down when I saw these. Okay. Now, granted, when I got home, this G.I. Joe number 3 from 1982 is ripped. Nah, my hand's in the way. But that's okay, okay? Because I found number 4, number 5, number 21, the silent issue. I mean, I have no idea if this thing is still worth some money or not, but this was a hot book for a long, hot time. And I got this one just because of the cover. This is a John Byrne cover of the Dreadnoks. I always liked the Dreadnoks. This one in particular, I think his name was Monkey Wrench. That's what my, you know, take off the sideburns and give him a full beard. And that's what my stepdad looked like. Headband, blue jean cut off, blue jean jacket with the sleeves cut off. Yeah, and that's probably what he thought he looked like. Alright, I heard this was one of the better books of the Transformers to get, number 5. I about fell down. Then I found these, less than $1. Invaders number 2. Invaders number 10. I think this is an upgrade. This one's all wavy, and I don't know. I don't think it's water damage, but I think somebody had it in their toy box. Number 22 was an awesome cover, man. I don't know. I don't know. It kind of looks like a Gil Kane cover to me, but I wouldn't put my money on it. Could just be a Frank Springer. I don't know. I don't know. Number 23. The Scarlet Scarab. And then I fell down when I saw this. This is from the 60s. This is from King Comics, 1967. Al Williamson and Archie Goodwin, Flash Gordon. Now, I love Al Williamson artwork. Look at this. Clean, crisp. Looks like it. I mean, oh, he just did amazing work. I could just flip through this thing looking at his artwork, just showing it off. Oh my gosh. Look, even the quiet moments. They just don't do panels like that anymore. Oh, I love it. And then I found a place where obviously the guy did not know what he had, and I'm not slighting him for it. But look at this. Early Valiants. I got these. I got a whole bunch of them. And I said, I think I got like, I don't know, 8 books. And I told him I'd give him like $4 or $5. And he took it. So I got these less for $1. And these things are in mint condition, what I'm looking at. Exo, Man of War, number 2. Jim Shooter, Early Valiant. When they had lower print runs. When these books were just taken off. Oh my gosh. Harbinger, number 5. The only really book that I know that's of Harbinger that's in demand is number 1 to this day. And then they had, these Solars are so hard to get. And when I do find them, they're you know, cost a little penny because, you know, it's just a great Barry Winslow Smith book. Solar Man of the Atom, number 4. I grabbed them both. Number 9. I've never laid eyes on this one. This is so much closer to finishing up my original Valiant books. Number 5. One of my favorite covers from Valiant. And this is an upgrade. Mint condition. Number 7. Look at that. And that's it. Whoops, excuse me. Anyway, that's it. I'm hot. I'm tired. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for hanging in there. Catch you guys later. Go read some comics.